You know, sometimes you don't really want to be right about something, but you know that in the back of your mind you are right. I'm talking, of course, about the Azeem Rafiq racism scandal recently that's been talked about in just various news outlets. And I'm just going to give my thought. I'm just going to give my thoughts quickly on this. Um, Now, obviously, we've heard about Azeem Rafiq's experience in different cricket grounds, like whilst he's been different cricket clubs, and his experience of racism, white supremacy. Really, he hasn't used that phrase, but I think we all understand that the people who are responsible for the anti-Asian racism are people who are classified as white. Now, it turns out now, I mean, when I first heard that scandal, when I first heard about that, I thought in the back of my mind, I thought, my first instinct was, that's really bad what's happened to him, but I'm not sure what he thinks about black people. Now, that's just what I thought at the time when I first heard that story. I thought, I don't know what he thinks about black people. Why did I think that? And why do many black people that I know had that first instinct as well? We didn't really, we wasn't really like really quick to think, wow, we must come to Azeem Rafiq's defense, because the reason we thought that was because of our experience in this part of the world, what we called England, London. In this part of the world, our experience at the hands of people who are classified as Asian, right? There's there's lots and lots of anti-black sentiment that black people experience at the hands of Asian people. That's just a fact. We could ignore that, but I don't think I should. It doesn't make sense to ignore that. But anyway, so now it comes out and it's just being confirmed, right? That Azeem Rafiq has said has a lot of anti-black sentiment as well. So the phrase in question, or the meme in question that is being so-called highlighted, is a phrase here, and I can imagine my pronunciation is going to be hideously under par. But the phrase here is he made a meme. I think it's a couple of years, quite a few years ago now. What is it? The phrase is Burinaza Wale Terra Mukala. Burinaza Wale Terra Mukala, which in English it translates to the curse of the evil eye, meaning the person casting an evil eye on anyone will have their face blackened. Right? So basically meaning that if you give the evil eye to somebody, you will turn black. Right? And he said when he reposted that meme about something about his ancestors must be African. So they've all given the evil eye to people, so they're all African. Now, anyway, he's since come out and apologized, and he agrees that what he said was racist. So don't take it from me, but that's exactly what he's trying to. That he's already apologized for it, right? So my question to him is that people who have thoughts and speech that are anti-black, do they often just remain as thoughts and speech, or do they also result in anti-black action? I mean, what do they do with their anti-black thought and their speech? I mean, according to Azeem Rafiq himself, he reckons that the racism that he suffered at the hands of these white people at these different cricket clubs, apparently it wasn't just thought and speech. He reckons that they're institutionally racist. So their thoughts and their speech translated into actual action, right? Again, and apparently they stymie the progress of Asian cricketers. So why why should I, as a black person, then be sympathetic to the plight of Azeem Rafiq, when clearly, this is what I'm surmising from what he's been highlighted as saying about black people, clearly he has anti-black sentiment, right? Why should I mean I've said this before, and I'm going to say it again right here and right now. There's a reason why you don't have a Dr. Francis Cress Welsing or a Neely Fuller Jr. or a Malcolm X or a Kwame Ture or Martin Luther King among people who are classified as Asian. You don't have it. There's a reason for that. Why do you think that is? Is it because people who are classified as Asian do not experience racism, white supremacy in the way that black people do? They don't experience racism in the same way. They don't require these people. I've never seen a counter-racist code book in the style that Neely Fuller Jr. has written for black people. I've never seen the same type of equivalent book being written for Asian people. I've never seen it. I've never heard of that. I've never heard of so-called people who are classified as Asian standing together with black people to fight against racism, white supremacy. People can prove me wrong. People prove me, if I'm saying something that's incorrect, please prove me wrong. Show me where today in 2021 you have Asian people as a group, as a collective, standing with black people against racism, white supremacy. Yeah. Anyway, I think the point's made. And also, I tried to Google this story. I did Google this story to find out what he actually said about black people. I could hardly find it. As I just Googled even half of his name. I didn't even get the whole Azeem Rafiq out. All I got was the word Azeem out, and all I saw was Azeem Rafiq apologizes for anti-Semitism. That's all I heard, was him apologizing for anti-Semitism. I'm sure he's apologized for the anti-black sentiment as well, but it seems to me that there's more coverage on the fact that he was anti-Semitic than the fact that he was racist, the fact that he was anti-black. I'm not sure why that is. I'll leave other people to answer that question, but yeah, I think I'll just leave it there.